of feeling like they got to go to a meat market and they got to deal with and talk to a whole bunch of girls in which they just not feeling it. I just don't think that they feeling it. They're not interested. I think it's a lack of interest more than it is a lack of ability to talk to somebody. So how am I lying?
Because you're wrong about what you just said.
More guys are in the chat, I bet you, or that's watching this show that agree with me than they agree with you.
Okay.
I think a singles event would be kind of weird to go to. Like it would seem to me, and I've never been to one, so I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm not trying to offend anybody who goes to singles events, but it just seems like it would like reek of desperation. Especially
why?
because
why is that desperate? Okay, just if you in the house and you want somebody and you don't know how to find somebody and someone's making it easy for you to be like, hey, a whole bunch of singles is going to be right here this night and come. Like, why is that desperate? Because
it just seems like it would be. Like I feel like there would be so much pressure to be like in a relationship with these people go there like, well, you know, if you say hi to me, we go together. It just, I don't know. It just seems like, I don't know, suffocating. But again, I've never been. I don't know. I could not know what I'm talking about. But that's
is it the same thing as all these shows that be on the internet with all these singles trying to find love? Is that the same ish?
I don't believe that the guys that's on the internet is really trying to find, like the guys that go on those shows. I don't think they're really trying to find love. I think that they're doing it for the clout, to get visibility
on the shows.
Well, I think I watched the show that I've been talking about, Love is Blind. They show like all 10 seasons and like all the stats of who like got engaged, who stayed together, who's still together till today. And I think over 10 seasons, it's like I think like maybe 7 couples are still together. So somebody was looking for love. Somebody that happened.
But how many people were on those shows in all those seasons?
That's not the point. Someone was looking for love, and some of them hoes are still together.
Those people would have found love anywhere. They're probably not.
Mont, you're wrong. Mont says a single event is the move. You'll be the only nigga there with 50 women to yourself. Mont, if that was true, all the men who go to these single events would be literally talking about how many numbers they got. They will be literally saying, hey, listen, I had like 10 women. They all wanted me, man. They gave me the number and things like that. No, but we haven't had any successful stories of men who go to these events talking about they're now in a nice relationship and he found a woman on the singles event. No man has come out to say that. Because men like things that come easy. He says you can't be ugly though, but that's the point, man. That's why I said just because it's a singles event doesn't mean women's delusional dating standards go down. If a woman wants a man who's 6'5", trust me, when she goes to a dating event, it doesn't mean she now wants a man who's 5'7". No, she still expects the man who's 6'5" to show up at the singles event. It's just that those guys don't show up. So I don't think a man going to a singles event and being the only man in the midst of 100 women is going to change anything. If anything, they're going to look at him as desperate. They're going to look at him like, why are you the only one who showed up? Are you the only one who can't get women?
I don't know about that, Boogie.
Okay, what do you think?
You go up to 50 women, you're going to be lunch meat.
I don't think
they're looking. Yes, because if you show up well put together with a little swag, oh yeah, they own you, right? They're gonna be fighting over you. Women will compete for you. So maybe it's 50 women there, 6 or 7 of them are going to be competing for you, 100%, and others are going to hope that you come and talk to them, because if the women are there at the singles event, they're there because they haven't had the time or the ability to go out. So now they're looking to put themselves out there. And one man show up, they're going to be ready to compete. So they will. And if let's say you're 5'11", 5'10", and she likes somebody 6'5", but you're good looking and you got and you look like you got money, she trying to give you that honey.
I disagree.
I'm the living proof of this. This has happened to me before. This has happened to me multiple times. I had to literally turn women down. Like, no, I'm good. I'm good. No. Because they want men. Women want men because they want somebody to worship them. They want a slave. So they're hoping to find them a slave. And I understand this, but I'll if she's bad, if she looks good, I'll dibble dabble with her, knock her down, and I'll ghost her. But I'm not going to be trying to get in a relationship with her because I'm not going to be your slave. Right? These women looking for slaves. These women looking for slaves out here.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That Matt just okay. Hold on. Let me add Matt because Matt needs to explain that his logic doesn't make sense. I disagree with his logic. Oh my god. All right, what's up? What's good? Tell us exactly how. Just because a man shows up to a singles event with 50 women, he's gonna get other women.
Well, yeah, I agree with the brother right there. Now, I'm not saying that any man can just pull up. Like, if you pull up and you just any, man and you ugly, or if women not attracted to you, they're not attracted to you. But if you are a man, right, who you know that women typically like you, if you go to a singles event and you clean and you look good and you smell good, I guarantee you are going to snipe. It'll be open season on you. Like,
I
it'll
disagree.
be open season. Yo, I've been to singles events, but I've been there like as a man with a woman. So I
See,
just
that's
got
different.
But look. I wasn't mixing and mingling. I just was looking at all the women there and the particular guys that was there. I'm trying to tell you, Boogie, those women would have tried to eat me alive if I was there in that capacity. I'm telling you, and I'd have had 50 women to myself.
But here's the thing, Matt. You just said if you're a good-looking man, blase. Just because I believe I'm a good-looking man doesn't mean 50 women are going to believe so. Now, if you say the famous man, if you say the man who's, has a little bit of clout and shit like that, I'll be like, okay, let's say YouTuber or something. But a random average man is not going up there and finding, women all over him. Because not all of them are going to find him attractive. Even the ones who find him attractive, once one woman sees you approaching one woman and she rejects you, you're done with. It's over.
Hold on.
Even
So,
if she
Boogie,
wants you.
That's not how you work the room in a singles event. What you do is you walk around and you introduce yourself to everybody.
Okay.
And you let them know, listen, I'm here for what my friend invited me. I don't normally do stuff like this. And I'm just introducing myself to everybody. So, hi, this is my name, that's your name. Because you don't want none of the girls to think that you like one of the other girls too much, right? You want to leave there with all 50 of them numbers. You don't want them to think that you kind of committed to none of the girls in there too. So I'm trying to tell you, you introduce yourself to everybody, have a conversation with everybody, and man.
No.
That's the move. If you try to get women, that's the move, bro. They all there for you, and you already know their disposition. You don't gotta ask them, are you single? Are you dating? You know everything. You know they there. You know they desperate.
No, are you asking for their number or not?
No, I wouldn't even do that. Like my style, what I think most men should do, I think you should do a neutral thing. So you should say, hey, I'd like to keep in contact with you, exchange. You can do Instagram, you can do your phone number, it don't even matter. Most of them probably gonna give you their phone number, but you can do Instagram or whatever.
I don't think a woman is gonna see one woman giving you her number and then she's also gonna give you her number, even if she likes you.
That's not true.
It's gonna happen.
You gotta do it
So
in a smooth way.
let me help you out. Right, Boogie. Do you not see these women going to these rap concerts, throwing themselves at these rappers? You think there's only one woman throwing themselves at them?
That's why I say
right? Women don't care. They what I'm saying is this. It doesn't matter. I'm just using rapper. What I'm saying is if it's a guy that they think is available and looks like he's well put together, they all want to have that desire. So they will go after what they want. If in that position right there.
And women are competitive.
That's why I say the
competitive
average guy
themselves.
is not getting that. The average guy is not getting a number from one woman, and then the next woman is gonna see that, and then she also comes to give him her number. It's not gonna happen. I'm just saying it's not gonna happen. It has to be a guy with clout. It has to be a guy who's kind of known, famous, something like that.
So Boogie, this is the thing, right? This is the thing, Boogie. This is why you gotta make sure you slick, right? You gotta have business cards. business cards.
Yeah, but they're seeing you handing them out at a singles event. You're not hiding
That's
in a
cool.
room or
It's a-
something.
A girl can't say nothing to you. Like, I saw you get that girl your business card. Like, what? You can't.
Oh,
like,
they say that all the time.
Nah, look, Boogie, you gotta understand this is not a normal situation. This is a singles event. They leaving with something. They leaving with something, man. They not, yeah, no, because most of them singles events don't got no men in there. So if you go there and you talk, like all you got to do is talk. If you can talk good to any degree, you'll be fine. I'm telling you, you'll have those conversations, and you go there, and your strategy is to be like, listen, like, I'm just here to talk. I'm just here to talk. I'm here to be around good vibes. Don't let them think that you're there for a woman, like that you're there to meet the woman, the woman of your dreams. Just say like, my friend invited me. I said, hey, I'm not doing nothing. Why not? All right. None of those women are going to expect too much out of you, and you just you hand out your business card. You be like, hey, this is what I do. Here's my business card if you ever need anything, and it's real easy, real smooth.
Okay, so if that's the case, how come men? Because some men do show up to these events. How come none of those men have come out with good success stories?
Because I'm gonna be honest with you, most of those
They're all
men are not-
ugly.
They not the men that women want most cases.
So you
'Cause
see,
look-
so it's almost like Russian roulette. Why am I baiting and hoping that some woman is gonna find me attractive
No.
after I've already paid? Sophisticated.
Boogie.
What do you think about that?
I don't advise men who know that they're not attractive to go to these type of events. I don't think that. I think that a man who know that he get women, it's gonna be it's like fishing with a fishing rod versus just having a net and you just come up with like 30,000 fish. I just think it's easy money. That's the only reason. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but if a man gets women, where is he gonna show up to be rejected in broad daylight? Like, come on.
You're not getting nobody's rejecting you. Nobody's rejecting you in this event.
I'm saying if a man already gets women, the last thing he would do is go to a singles event.
Exactly. But that's why I'm saying it, right? I know that men who get women don't go to these type of things. And I'm saying like, hey, y'all men who get women, I know y'all don't go here, but if you do, it's 40, 50 women there waiting for you.
Nah, I wouldn't
be
advise
fun.
men to do that. Sophisticated, what do you think?
I got to agree with Mon on this.
Come on, man.
Nah, man. This is like fishing with a grenade. If you a dude with game and you show up to that, it's tryouts at that point.
How tall are you? How tall are you? How tall are we talking?
What was that?
How tall are we talking? Because it's not gonna be an average man.
That
Down
don't
to
matter,
you.
Boogie. It don't matter.
Yeah, I mean, just think of the odds, man, because they coming out there for a reason. They coming out there because it's a singles event.
Because they're bored.
Not necessarily, man. Because
Yeah, there's
a
been
singles
reasons-
event, you got to kind of pay to get up in there and stuff. You go in there, they go in there with intentions.
Yeah, intentions of just rejecting men, or because other women are going, not because they're actually genuinely looking for a man. Because a bunch of those men who go to singles events, they already have men in their phones who they don't respond to, leaving them on red. So
Yep.
that should tell you something.
Yo, Boogie, you know what? I almost want to do a social experiment for you. I want to pay a guy who I know women like, and I want to pay him to just like, yo, go to the singles event, put on your meta glasses, and just show Boogie that you about to get 50.
That's me. That's me, Monty. Monty, that's me. I'll show him we'll show out. We'll show out.
Right.
You be like, damn, Ruthless gonna be playing. It's easy money because they're putting themselves out there. So I'm just catering to what they want. Okay, bam, boom, 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 boom. And I don't spend too long on one woman. She got 3 minutes to shoot her shot. And I'm just boom, boom. It's good. Let's go next.
I wouldn't even give him 3 minutes. Give him all of them 60 seconds.
But Boogie, Mott was correct. The way to come in there is not to be like, because most guys mess up. They go in there, they choose this one female and they'll focus on her. They'll be like, okay, I like her. Nah, you go in there, you talk to everybody. You just be outgoing. You don't overplay your hand. Oh, by the end of the night, man. Yeah, like you said, if you do it, like he said, either the business cards or you're like, hey, yeah, just drop me the number. I'll contact you. Oh, man, he gonna eat. I even think an average guy gonna be in there eating.
Even an average guy, I think an average guy would do better than normal.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Now, Boogie, what you do have to maybe to sustain, that's another conversation. But for that night, he's a star.
He the prize that night.
He's a star. Yes. It's almost like going to a strip club, right? It's the same thing, right? Women are there
No, okay.
looking
So
for, they're looking for something from men.
No, I know
Yeah.
Same
Boogie. This
thing.
what it's like, Boogie. This what it's like. You know how like in a club, the ladies getting free after 10. I mean
yeah.
before a certain time. When you go to a singles event, you are the prize. All of those women want you, and essentially, they'll let you in for free. They will
Now
let you
I
in
have a
for
feeling.
free.
I just think you guys. Okay. So here's the question: Do women have delusional standards?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. If we know women have delusional standards, are you saying when women go to these single events, their delusional standards go down?
Yes. Yes. This
So
is the
you're saying
thing,
Because
if
Boogie. Women, for one, women's delusional standards are not their real standards. That's just what they say because they some of them are just like children. They just say that shit. But you're not gonna tell me that every man that done had his dick inside of her had been 6'5". She be lying. She be lying. She had so many 5'11", 5'10" guys who done took her to Pound Town. Right? They say that stuff. That stuff only. That's when they want it to work. That's when they want it to be real. It's not real for the most part. You can get in there and be under 6 foot.
But Boogie, this what happens. Say like if Ruthless went to this like singles event, he show up in there, all the women gonna be like, why is this dude got balls to be in here and nobody else is showing up? So their standards is gonna automatically change just because of the situation. Because they got to deal with reality in that moment. There ain't no other guys around, so they gonna be like, damn, what's he over there? What's she giggling about? You know, it's all that curiosity gonna build up in their mind.
listen, I'm out here. I'm having best friends, all three of them, and I'm dealing with all three of them. I met all three of them at a bar, and I got all three of them, and I'm dealing with all three of them. They was on my live. I remember Sophisticated when I did that Twitch live when I did the live
Oh yeah,
on
I
Twitch.
remember.
Yeah. Those, all of them was my girls for that. You know what I mean? And I had all of them, and they all So I got all of them on the same day. So I already know. You know, a singles event. Oh yeah, that's Gucci, right? You're going in.
And
You're going in. I'm already.
I mean,
I'm around at my top 5. Who's the best looking? Because beauty is the ranking, and then
way,
when
if
they
it was-
stand up, looking at their body, and then we're gonna go from there.
if it was as easy as you guys are making it seem, and the way men love easy punani, men would be going. But there's a reason
They
men
don't-
are not going to these
don't know.
events.
Well, Boogie, you have to think the difference between day to day and an event. Two different things. Now, I'm gonna tell you now, if I go to the mall, I'm not gonna get a number. If I go to a place where there's just a regular day to day, I'll probably not even meet one woman. But if you go to an event where women, they move on how they feel. So they out at the singles event, they feel like getting their back blown out.
So why are
Right, they
men
feel
not
like-
going?
Yeah, but if women go by on situation, if they go to a situation where they know that, like club or bars, place like that, they're looking to get, then they're open up for that. But if you're just at the mall, you're at the gas station, right? It ain't gonna be that way, right? You might go a whole week without meeting nobody.
But what Boogie's asking, man, Boogie, the reason why men ain't going to these events, it's almost because they hear all these other dudes talk about rejection. So it's almost like a psyche thing with them where they're just like, nah, I'm not going to go because I'm going to get shot down. So-and-so said he had bad experiences. Because I'll be talking to dudes. I'll be like, man, why ain't y'all out here hollering or approaching females? When they going to do this to me? I'm like, dude, if you go up to them a certain way and you're not on no weirdo stuff or you're not coming off like no stalker, man, they might reject you, but they're not going to be like, hey, get the hell away from me. So I think guys are just forecasting rejection.
Well, I mean, that and to a degree that has a truth, right? A lot of more men get rejected at a great rate than women. So of course, right? Now, a single event, maybe the guys who can get those women already got his roster in place, and they like, but we don't need what we need to go there for. They need to come to us. The other guy, the average guy y'all talking about, he's probably a little insecure, like, oh, I don't feel like playing the games, and I'm gonna stay away.
Listen, I'll be the first to tell you, like, I can't teach a guy who women don't like how to get women. I never say that to people. Like a lot of the guys be like, yo, most of the guys not like that. I can't help them niggas because I don't know how, you know. I can only speak from my perspective. And if you a nigga who already gets women, this will be the easiest
Nah.
box you've ever gotten in your life.
Nah, man, I disagree, man. I'm all the guys in the chat, please don't go to these dating events because you're literally paying money to be publicly rejected. I'd rather you get rejected in a DM, rejected on a dating app, you know, rejected on the street where nobody is, you know, putting out their phone to record you. But a dating event, man, please don't do it. Don't do it for your self-esteem. Please don't do it. Don't go to these events.
You know how I would host these events. If I hosted this event, what I would do is I would make it so that everybody had like a number or something like that. And if you did like a guy, at the end of the night you submit that to the people hosting it, and then he'll get like a notification of like, hey, these women said that they want you to contact them. So you don't gotta put yourself out there. Just talk, mingle. Don't ask for no numbers. Everybody who's interested in you, you'll know by the end of the night.
No, actually, I wouldn't do that. If I was to do a singles dating event, I would make all the women pay, but the men don't have to pay. And the reason being is that as men, we look at our investment ahead of time. You know, so I will make the women pay. Men don't have to pay to entice the men to come. I mean, women are already paying and going. So if men are not coming because they're afraid, I don't want to pay my money and then get rejected, men are free. Come on
I
in,
would have it
do
free
your
for sure
thing.
for men.
If you get rejected, you don't lose money. You're gonna be rejected, sure, but you didn't lose money. I think that would work.
Just like the club, free for the singles event should be free for men.
Yeah, that would work. That would be a good, actually good idea. But the thing is, the women would find it crazy that they have to pay, and the women.
No,
the
they
men
already
don't
know. They already pay. Right now, they
Yeah,
already
but
pay to go.
that's because they're assuming the men are going to pay as well. But if
No.
they got to know of that, I think they would have an issue with it. They wouldn't show up in big numbers as well.
I've been like,
Because they believe they're the prize. That's why.
Boogie, I used to do videography, right? And I've shot speed dating events where the host was like, "Yo, can you join? Like, can you like sit down like and deal with and mingle with the ladies?" I swear to God.
Because you didn't have enough men.
Yeah, they didn't have enough men.
Ah, that's
Yeah,
great.
because men tip, like I said, the average. Listen, you got amongst men, right? So a singles event, damn, that would have to be the average, man. Because the guys who got the money and the women, they not going to go. They already got their roster. So average men ain't going to go because I guess a lot of men been played. Maybe they don't want to sign up for being played. Maybe they don't like the way women's attitudes are. Maybe they just don't like to even deal with these women for that most part. So that's why they're not going.
It's corny though. Maybe we just think it's lame. You think that? Like some guys like a dating
I don't think they think it's lame. I just think they don't like the graphics of women in today's society. I just think they're like, you know what, I'm good.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That if a man has been rejected 10 times, why am I paying to go rejected the 11th?
No, it ain't.
That's too
Boogie. It ain't not about being rejected either, though. It's also about bad endings, right? Bad situations that they did get rejected, but it turned out that she was a gold digger, or it turned out that she was a crazy psychopath or a narcissist, right? Those, you got to remember, those things are in the play too. So a lot of men may not want to even sign up for that.
You know why I don't think that fully makes sense? Because men still go out to get women, right? Like men still go out to the club, men still go out and they still talk to women. So if you still are willing to go out and talk to women and you're not willing to go to a dating event, I think it's just because you think it's lame. Like guys are still buying drinks. They still buying women drinks at the club and all that type of stuff.
Man, I think that they're scared, man. Because it kind of ties into what you're saying, Mont. But I think the fact that, like, when you go to a singles event, I think guys look at it like, I'm on the clock now. I gotta have an interaction, but because when you go to a bar or something, you probably with your boys or something, they might have a drink, getting drinks. then they see somebody, they come in like close proximity, they might start hollering. But when you actually go to a singles event, you're there for a purpose. Everybody's coming there for that purpose. And I think a lot of guys are just like, nah, I don't want to be on the spot like that. You know what I'm saying?
They don't know what they missing, bro. Listen, they don't know
Yeah.
what they missing. I'm trying.
So on that, I have another video here, and the women are saying men have nothing else to offer apart from money. But we know the only reason men make money and focus on the money is because women are screaming every day, "I want a man who's a provider." But now women, you know how men ask women, what else do you bring to the table? But because women have nothing else they usually give to men apart from the punani, now women are trying to a way to reframe it, kind of gaslighting, in my opinion, asking what else do men provide apart from money, when we know money is the biggest thing that most women want in a man. So let me just click up this video real quick, and then you guys, let's see if you guys agree, disagree. We'll go from there. I appreciate you guys for joining me today.
Yeah, Ma, where you going, Ma? Where the fuck you going?
You gotta get home, man.
Mont going to a singles event. Shit. He's like, Mont said, I'm about to show y'all, goddammit.
It's funny. All right. All right, here we go.
Have your own money, you start seeing men for the bitches that they are. Literally, it's so easy and so clear to see that a lot of these men have nothing to offer besides money. So when they can't do nothing for you because you pay for your own bills, yes, it's nice to have a couple bills paid for, but you don't got to be fake nice for them to pay that bill. You can cut them off. Feel like if they look at you wrong, out of there. It's the best, one of the best feelings in the world. Literally, your quality of life is so much better. And you can literally see that a lot of these men, not all of them, but a lot of these men have nothing to offer but money. And when that's out there, you can see all the flaws. They're like painted for you on a picture, on a canvas right there when you have your own money. It's imperative to be the nigga with money. You shouldn't have to shut up, be quiet, do this, conform for a man to pay this bill, pay your car note, pay that insurance. You shouldn't have to do that. Be the nigga with money. It's way, way, way.
Okay, so before anybody answers this, when a woman has her own money, she different with men. Do you all think that this woman would be the type of woman that the guy the other night was talking about?
What do you mean?
So it needs to lower her standard,
Or not talking about, but would she fit?
No.
Remember he said we need to.
Let
No.
her ask the question.
No, that's not who.
Remember the guy from Morehouse?
Ask
You
the
gotta
whole
remember the
question
dude-
and be concise, please.
No.
You just gotta remember what she was talking about. Like that's not who he's talking. That's not who he was talking about. No. This is just a honestly, man, this is just a hood rat talking some shit. Fuck that bitch. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, soon as she said, like, men are bitches, like, fuck you, ho. You don't deserve no respect. Like that's the wrong way to convey a message. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I don't like hearing no shit like that. Like, I don't respect it. I don't give a fuck what you said after that. Like, everything you said after that is chalked, because you don't respect men anyway. So what should they offer you anyway besides some dick? Honestly, what should they offer you anyway?
It's more than money. Like, that's what women always like. They always fucking bring up money. Like, relationship is more than money.
But she's not even talking about a relationship, dog. She just said if you got money, the men don't offer you anything. No, they just don't offer her anything because she ain't worth offering nothing to. She has no value to a man. First off, she moving like a dude. She talking like a dude. So, okay, you one of the homies, but I could put my dick in you. That's it. I'm not gonna offer you no affection. I'm not gonna offer you no cuddling. I'm not gonna offer you no quality time. You just one of the homies that could get fucked. That's all. That's how they looking at it. And somebody was like $5.
One of the homies that can get fucked is crazy.
I always say this about getting married. I always say that I want someone to push my wheelchair. And I found myself the other night in that very predicament. My ass was in the emergency room on Christmas Eve, and I needed someone to fucking take me home because I was on drugs and I couldn't fucking drive. And who the fuck was I going to call at 4:30 in the morning because I didn't have a wife?
Kim.
You know, your brothers.
Oh, what? Call me? No, but
Why didn't you call the girl who you drove from Texas to Oklahoma?
Because she was at home with her. She was at home with her 5-year-old kid. Why would I wouldn't do that to a mother?
You drove a baby mama?
That nigga ain't gonna be able to lay this down.
I was just saying, like,
I'm something about it.
So I ain't gonna bring it back. I ain't gonna never bring it up. Don't worry about that for me.
Bring what up?
I honestly just think women are trying to turn the corner because they know when a man has money, they can't get away with shit. So I think that's the biggest point. Women want a man who spends money on them, but you shut up. Don't tell her nothing to do. They literally want a slave. Pay her bills, shut up, buy her whatever she wants. Don't hold her accountable. I think that's that if there was a perfect man a woman would want, that would be the type of man. Pay my bills, don't tell me nothing. Don't tell me what to do. So that's why they're saying, what do they get apart from the money from a man? But they want the money.
Boogie, the problem is women don't know what they want, right? So
I disagree.
So that's the thing. That would be the perfect man for them, right? Until they realize it's not the perfect man for them. And then it's like, oh, like you thought that you wanted a man that you could tell what to do and just give you money and all this other type of stuff. But then you're going to find yourself looking for other things, right? They wouldn't be happy with that, but they think they would, but they wouldn't.
Yeah, but I disagree that women don't know what they want. Women know what they want.
No, they
it's just
don't.
that, hold on. It's just that whatever they want doesn't usually work out for their best interest long term.
I agree with Boogie.
But they know exactly what they want. If she wants a bad boy, it's because she wants a bad boy. She knows the good guy is better for her. But right now she wants a bad boy. That's why 10 years later, 15 years later, they come out and change and say, now I want a God-fearing man. They know what they want. It's just that it never works out for them.
I think you're half right, half wrong, right? You're half right that they do know what they want. Women know what they want, but they don't always get what they want. And that's where we got to keep it in there, right? And the guy that they settle for, they're going to dog walk him, right? They're going to make him feel all her misery, all that why she didn't get the guy she wanted. And these guys will just get crushed, right? So the women, when she said that men don't bring nothing to the table outside their money, because once again, I think you had it right, Boogie. They don't want the leadership of a man. They don't want his opinions. They don't want a man to teach them nothing, right? They want him to give them the money that she thinks she deserves, validate her feelings, whether she's wrong or right, and don't have sex with no other women but her. The perfect slave. They want you to be the perfect slave. And this woman here talking on this video obviously has not been able to accomplish that. So that's why she's like, oh, I got my own money and I don't have to listen to what a man says. I can just live my own life.
I have to agree with Mon on this one. They don't know what they want, man.
I disagree.
They don't.
Because the lady in the video that was all talk about she had the money and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know why she's taking that position now? Because she had a dude that she was probably giving her money to that dogged her ass out. So now she's on the defense.
Oh, you
So
think
that's
she
what
was
they
giving
do.
some guy money?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, you think she was the one paying money?
Yeah, she was breaking a guy off with some money, and he probably did her dirty or something. So when they get in that like I said, that situation where it didn't pan out, then they go on the extreme on the defense, like, oh, I'm only doing this. All guys got to do that. But if they meet that prototype of a man that they like, and they always say it out their own mouth, like, oh, I would change the rules for that guy. So yeah, they all over the place.
Exactly.
So you don't
They do not
think
know what they want.
you don't think they just I think they just want a man they can pretty much
run. I think they want a man that can run.
Yeah, pay my bills,
Hold on.
but I tell
This
you
is
what
the
to
question then. Do y'all think that if they had this man that lets them do whatever they want and just gives them money, y'all think that these women would be truly long-term happy?
No.
No, because
No.
women's happiness changes every single day. What makes them happy changes every single day. So no.
So what
Mont,
they
they
want will
gonna cheat on that
change.
guy.
So what they want will end up changing, right?
It literally
Yes.
changes. Like you that's why they say if you give a woman what she wants today, and tomorrow you don't give her something else that she wants the next day, she's going to forget what you did for her yesterday. So
Exactly.
she's going to think you don't love her anymore because you didn't give her something she wants the next day. They don't think about yesterday. They only think
Yeah.
about he didn't do something I want today. He didn't take me out. He didn't call me today. Even if he just gave her $10,000 yesterday, it's crazy.
Exactly.
It doesn't make sense, but that's how they think.
So to me, that's the equivalent of just not knowing what you want because you think you want it today. Just like kids, right? If any of us asked our kids that are 5, do you want to eat candy all day and do you want to live in a world with no parents? You can do whatever you want, right? They'll be like, yeah, I'd love no parents, right? And then you realize later on at night you scared as fuck because your dad ain't there. Where's my dad? I haven't seen him in an hour. Like, you don't know what the fuck you want. You think you know what you want, but you don't know that you'll end up wanting something different. So that's what
So
I
I
mean
think
when I see that.
I think money. I think you. I hear what you're saying now, but I think you got it. Women know what they want, but what they want, they don't understand is not the best for them. I think that's a better way to put it, right? What they want does not mean it's going to translate for them the best outcome. So yeah, I agree with you that, but I don't agree that they don't know what they want. They know what they want, but once they get it and they see that it ain't what everything they thought it would be, they just gonna end up wanting more, or they're not gonna appreciate it. So, do I think women know that they want money? Hell yeah, I know. I think they know that they want money. I'm not even gonna dispute that. Do I think that women want great sex from a man, that her man she likes? Yes, she knows she wants that from him. Do I think women know that they want to be in control of the guy who have the, I guess would say, dominant over a man? Do I think she knows that? Yes, she knows that. So I don't think women are ignorant. I don't think they're equivalent to children because they're adults and they have the time to scan and see what they want. But what's best for them, I don't think they understand that.
You're wrong, Ruthless. I disagree. I think
Oh,
they know.
shit.
Let me explain. I think they know what's best for them. They do know. They know. That's why.
No.
Do you know how they know? If a woman has sex with 3 different men in 3 days and she gets pregnant, and one guy is a drug dealer, one guy has a 9 to 5, and one guy has no job, who do you think she's going to say the dad is? I'll say that one more time.
Whoever,
If a woman is in the streets sleeping with multiple guys, one guy is a drug dealer, one guy has a 9 to 5 stable career, and another guy has no job, and she gets pregnant, who do you think she's going to say that the baby daddy is?
ooh, I don't know. That's a tough one. Whoever
Whoever got the
okay,
most money
whoever,
and most stable.
whoever,
Exactly. Whoever has
whoever,
a stable job and is going to be
No.
a good dad, a good father,
no,
that's
I
going to be
think,
the 9 to 5 guy.
I think,
He's
I
going to
think
pin
whoever
the
she
baby
goes
on him, even if he's not the father. That's why I'm saying they know what's good for
I
them.
think she's going to be with whoever she's more emotionally attached to, because I do believe women are attached to the way they feel and their emotions more than anything, and it means everything to them. So if she's dating 3 guys and she is emotionally more attached to the plumber, and she gets pregnant and she doesn't know for sure who that baby is, she's going to go with the way she feels, and if she feels strongly about him, that's who she's going to pick.
I disagree. That's why women can be married, have outside babies with the guy she's attached to, she's cheating with, but pin the baby on the husband. So she's always gonna pin the baby on the man who's the most stable,
No,
the man
Boogie,
who's gonna be a good father figure.
No, Boogie, she pins the baby on the husband because she has to. There's no other, like, she doesn't want to be known as a cheater, right? So,
Because of the stability.
no, it's not because of the stability. It's because she don't want to be a
It
cheating
is.
bitch. No, you can't tell your husband like, oh,
No,
well,
no,
this
because
is somebody else.
the reason, hold on, the reason I say that, because if she was really attached to the bad boy that Ruthless is talking about, she's cheating with, she would then divorce the husband and go be with a bad boy who has no job or something like that, because she's attached to him.
No,
And
I mean, we
she
can ask
will.
all the guys on this panel. If we could birth kids, right? and we cheated and got pregnant by somebody else, I'm pretty sure all of us would be like, well, the easiest decision is to just tell our girl it's hers, so we don't got to get caught cheating. It's a
No.
very, very human. It's a very human. It's an obvious choice of like, let me just lie to this, tell her it's hers.
Yeah, I think they
Problem
lie,
solved.
man, because they don't want that society shame, man. They don't want to wear that jacket, so they will lie. They'll just put it on the person that they with, because they know
No, but
how it
women
would look
have
to
no
their
shame
family
anymore.
and stuff.
Women don't
Why
have
not?
shame anymore.
It's like when I was a kid, I had broke something, and I blamed it on the dog. It was an easy move, you know. Why not blame it on the dog? It's a dog. He can't talk, right? It's just it's almost common sense. If you can or if you break something and then you put it back together so that it look cool, and then you watch somebody else break it, you like, damn. Oh damn, what, that joint was loose. Oh, that's crazy, right? It's just like the same.
Oh, all right. So anyway, first of all, shout out to Jervis, man. Jervis has been supporting me ever since he was, I think, the first person who came in my chat when I started going live. That was a year ago, man. Shout out to Jervis. He's been a big supporter. But I honestly believe women know what they want. They just want it all. So they would rather get a drug dealer who's also stable, who's also loving, who's romantic, who's rich, but doesn't hold them accountable. He has good sex. He's a good father. They would rather have it all. So I believe they know what they want. It's just that they want it all at the same time. But obviously, no one can get that.
I would agree. I do agree to that point. But what I am saying is, I believe that her emotion rules her. I believe her feelings mean. I believe women invest heavily in the way they feel. So if she's having sex with 3 different men, but 2 of them she doesn't have that much feeling for, they just get sex, but the other guy she strongly feels about, she's taking that guy regardless, right? Same thing in a marriage. If a married woman sleeping with, let's say she has a guy she's seeing, if her feelings transfers over to him more than the husband, she's going to divorce. But if her feelings are more to the husband, but because maybe the husband works too much, a lot of hours, and she just uses this guy for sex to fulfill a nit, she's going to lie and say the baby's the husband's, because she doesn't love the guy she's having sex with over here. He's just a tool right now to supplement while her husband's at home. And I disagree with when women cheat, it has to be emotional, not all the time. A woman can cheat to satisfy something that maybe her husband's falling short at, but still be more emotionally attached to her husband.
Strategically,
you know what I mean?
I agree. It could even be because she's trying to get back at you. She could literally do that.
Yeah, it could be that. It could be that, or it could be you work 12-hour shifts, or it could be and she just wants something
with a boss.
Just for that.
With a boss.
Yeah. So
to get a promotion.
A woman, wherever she's enslaved to how she feels, that is her rule. If she feels for whoever she feels for the most, that's who she's going to pick, and she will burn everybody else up to get to that guy. So it doesn't really. Do they even know what they want?
Is it feels, or is it what she? Anyway, it could be the same, but I was thinking what she wants more than what she feels.
So I think this is where we got to get it at, right? This is where I think we're talking about the same thing, right?
Yeah.
So logically, women do have some logical thinking, right? So logically, she knows what she wants, but emotionally, she doesn't know what she wants because she doesn't know what she's going to mostly attach to.
So sophisticated, knowing everything we know about women, please and please give me one reason why men should consider a long-term relationship. If we know women change how they feel, things like that, every single day they change. So give me one good reason a man should take the risk.
Oh man, it's like I say family, but man, we crazy too. That's why.
Because eventually, if you're talking about family, at some point, she may take you to the judge to get full custody, and now you can't even see your kids.
Well, you gotta make sure that you got leverage in the situation. I think most men don't have leverage with women because they don't know how to do it. They don't know how to most men aren't picking women that are women that they can, for lack of better words, control. They're picking the ones that they can't. There is a woman out there for everybody who looks up to that particular man, but I think most guys are just trying to shoot too high,
Wait.
Right?
Monty, are you saying that men are looking for women they can control?
I think they should.
Well, you can't control no woman, Monty.
Yeah, you
Number
can.
one, right?
can.
Because she's a slave to her emotions. Her feelings rule her. You can do everything right? And if them feelings are compromised, you're dead to her. So he can't control her. You can't control her.
Yeah,
You could control them.
No, you
It
can't.
just ain't no I say tyrant type of control. It's more like influence type of control.
Is there a
Oh,
man
yeah,
But they
that
have to
woman-
like you like that. Like
Is
what
the-
Mont was saying. They gotta look up to you and they gotta have you in a different light. But if you don't
If they
got
don't
that,
like
then yeah, you ain't got no control.
If they don't like you, you can't control her, man. You can't.
That's what I'm saying. Like you have to find the woman that looks up to you, not the woman who you're looking up at, right? Like do y'all think that there's a man out there that a woman can control?
A whole bunch of millions of them.
Yeah,
I think
and the reason I believe a woman can control a man is because I don't know. I think it's natural for us to submit to authority to some extent, to leadership in a form. So if a woman comes off as a leader, masculine, whatever you want to call it, some men will be willing to submit to that.
that's a crazy
Because
premise.
most men obey her. Most men
Mont,
obey
you talk
her,
about
right?
it as far as relationship though, right?
As far as a relationship.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
there's a lot of women that could. I'll say a vast majority of women control men.
yeah,
and it
compared
doesn't
to
mean
men
she's a good leader.
controlling women. I don't believe a man really can control a woman.
So
The way
let's
a
break
woman
this down.
could control a man.
Let's break this down, right, Monty? To your point.
Okay.
So let's start from the dating phase, right? Most men, 98% of men, when they date a woman, they're acquiescing
Yeah,
to her happiness already, right?
That's the problem.
Automatically.
Yeah, that's
Right.
that's the
So-
issue.
So this carries over. She's setting the women are setting the playing field. Their expectations is you're gonna pay for all these dates for 5 years. You're gonna pay for all our experience. Every now and then I might pay for something once or twice a year. Don't make it a habit. And men will acquiesce to that to make sure to keep that woman. So you can imagine this goes all the way into the marriage. So therefore, most men are in a deficit to women because they don't have the access. And when the access is granted, they feel like it's an epiphany, right? It's like, oh my gosh, this is the one. So they let their guards down and they do whatever she says. Happy wife,
Ruthless.
happy life.
Ruthless, why you think guys take that position though? Why what's in their mindset that they take that stance where like they acquiesce?
Because men feel like they can't live without women, right? They pedestalize women, they worship them. So, and they think life is here because of the woman. So therefore, whenever they get a date or they find a woman they love, they break down and they stoop to her expectations and her demands.
yeah, and it starts like you said. It starts from the beginning. So
Yes.
Boogie meets a woman. Hey, I would like to take you out and get to know you. Boogie's like, let's go get a drink. And she's like, I don't do drinks. Let's do dinner. The moment I say yes to dinner, it's already over. So I've already said yes to her from the beginning. I'm never going to be able to say no. I even talked about that today. Most men don't think about it. They think about it like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm just a listening guy. I'm trying to be nice. I suggested drinks. And it happens all the time. The man will say, let's meet at this time at this place. And she'll say, that time doesn't work for me. I don't like that place. Let's do a different place. Most guys will say, okay, let's do it. What do you have in mind? So most guys actually ask the woman, where would you like to go? So from the beginning, the man is already giving over his control and leadership. So it's
Boogie and Boogie, you said 8 o'clock. You be there at 8 o'clock. She not in there. She not coming to your car till 8:30.
Yeah, and then the guy is okay with it. If you're okay with it, you're already messed up.
Yeah.
Because most guys that don't want to lose, he saw the booty. He's like, you know what, man? Okay, she came at 8:30, but man, that booty is so big. Maybe she was really caught up. The moment you do that, it's over. That's gonna set the pace for the rest of the relationship.
Yeah, so therefore, the women are running the date market. They're running relationships. They tell dudes, you better give me your location. If you don't give me your code, or I'm going to figure out your code. You can make them do it the easy way and the hard way. Women are telling men pretty much how they're going to deal with them.
They
They're
just
in
said
marriages 100%.
they just on no
You out
sex.
your mind. But nah, Boogie had it right, man. I tell dudes all the time, leadership starts on day one. How you set that tone, man, that's how your relationship's gonna go, and that's where most guys get it wrong, man. Because like Ruthless said, if they acquiesce in the beginning, man, yeah, that's why they don't have the leadership, because they have that scarcity mindset.
Yeah, it's over from the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
That's why
hardest
a
thing
lot
for
of
you to
people-
switching up a dynamic
just-
is you can't. It's
Oh, go ahead.
so hard to
Go ahead,
switch up a dynamic once it's already started.
But you got to also remember, most men are betas. Majority of all men are betas to simps. So therefore, they're in a deficit. Oh my gosh, she said yes to me. That nigga in there celebrating.
Yeah. All right. Let me just see what this guy's gonna say right here, real quick.
Slimmy.
The mileage.
No, but realistically, that's why you have
Okay, okay. I'm gonna put this story to rest. The woman that I took from, I can't believe I'm saying this, from Texas. Never mind. Okay, I'll let y'all niggas think what y'all want.
Well, now we want to know.
You know, Kim.
start a story and stop.
Don't just keep it to yourself, dog. just leave it in your
What
brain.
are y'all's thoughts on the topic though? When a woman has
my thoughts are Slimmy's thought. It's just why do women think that? Like they always bring up money. Like men are so much more than money. Like I didn't even notice that until we break up. And my baby, she's always texting me man shit about doing shit, buying a car, fucking getting a fucking key for her fucking car fob, fixing some broke shit at the motherfucking house. That's what men do. Like fuck the money. We just get shit done. We make sure everything that was gonna break will work. That's what fucking men do. Unless you got a bitch ass man, then he don't do shit. But overall, men do shit. We fucking get shit done. We make woman's life easier. I think in most situations, men know when they get a wife, their life is going to get harder, and the wife's life is going to get easier.
I gotta agree. I gotta agree a little bit with that. I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, I don't see why the money would matter. If she's not going to deal with him, then she's not going to deal with him. Why does it have to be if she has money? I guess because otherwise she's saying that when she doesn't have money, she's dealing with men that she doesn't really want to deal with. She doesn't really like them. To me, that's a waste of my time, regardless. So I don't. Go ahead, Simone.
I thought her argument is, what do men have to offer outside of money?
Utility.
It is. That's her argument.
Utility. We do a bunch
She
of
says
shit.
she has her own money, so what can you do for
when
her
we
that
see a
she can't
nigga
do
beating
for
your
herself?
ass on the side of the road for that money, a nigga's gonna save you.
Well, tell her. I think men are
What
useful.
the
I'm
men
not
have to
coming to
offer
tell you.
outside of money? She said something about what do men have to offer outside of money?
Outside, yeah, like she's not impressed by money.
Like I can literally come in your house and kick in
that's
your
also-
door and take your money, and who you gonna call?
But in reality,
A man.
Then that
that's all that
must
she can offer.
she never she's probably never been in a relationship with somebody that she liked. Because if you're in a relationship with somebody that you like,
She was doing it for the money, and now that she has her own
Right,
money,
so that's why
him anymore.
that's why I said
And
what I
I
just said. Yeah, exactly.
So I kind of agree
just
with
think
what she's
that
saying in that the women who are using men for money might be a little different if they have their own money, because like Mika was saying, now you don't have to be with this man to pay your light bill. You can pay your own light bill, which of course you should have been doing in the first place. But that's beside the point. But I do think that it'll make some women move differently because they're like, well, I don't have to deal with this man, that I'm not attracted to do whatever financial thing he's gonna do for me. But again, I'm with what Mika said. I don't think she's been with a guy that she likes. I think she's only ever been out for money in the first place. Because if that wasn't the case, I don't think she would ever have said any of that. She would have been like, okay, well, you know, you find a man that you like and you go be with him regardless of his money or whatever.
Thanks, Anton.
Hey, do you open up some mail?
Just open up bills and shit.
You see all of these fucking.
I don't know why women talk about they now make their own money so they don't need a man's money, but we all know that's a lie. I don't know why they constantly say that. And I've said it, and I've reacted to so many panels. Every time a woman says, I make my own money, I don't need a man's money, and then you ask her, okay, if you go on a date with a man and you guys split the bill 50-50, are you going to see the man again? She says no. So why do women constantly throw their money in our faces if they know they're not going to spend it on us? That shit doesn't make sense to me.
Because women looking for a good slave, right? Not a bad slave. So if she can't find a good slave, she got her own money to make herself happy. But if she do deal with the man, if she does find a guy who wants to comply to her as a good slave, and I guess pass the slave application, she's going to deal with him. And that part of that slave application is paying my bills. Even though I make my money, you're going to pay all the bills, all the everything, and this and this and that, this and this and that, this and that. And he goes, okay, yes, boo.
Yeah,
that's what that means.
It's funny, man. I think some of them are catching on where they don't want to like appear to be a liability, but really homegirl's broke. So she might make a little bit of money, but she's trying to present herself like she's making like a lot of money. But if you work, like I work around a lot of high earning women and stuff, you know, I make a lot of money myself. And when you're around those type of women that actually make that money, man, they're pretty calm. You know, they just want a guy for some like companionship. You know, they might not need you for the money, but they want a guy for like a attraction, a guy that they want, not necessarily need out of necessity and stuff. So when you hear them talk like that, nah, they broke trying to cosplay. That's really what is going on.
So Sophisticated Jerk, you're a little delusional, right? Because,
okay, here we go. Here we go.
Yeah,
Let's go.
You brought up work employees who really ain't, you don't know what they do. You go home to your wife, right? You ain't hanging out with them every day and seeing what they do in their day. They're still demanding men and commanding men that they're going to, will a woman take a man and have sex with them because she's horny who makes less than her? Yes. Yes. But would a woman give a man like that a relationship? Hell no. Right? So we gotta split the differences, right? There's one thing is, okay, I just need some, man. My coochie itch. I need some right now. Whoop. And he's good looking and he got the access. He's cool. All right, boom, get drunk, bring alcohol. But the guy who wants to relationship her and have a bill with her and she likes him, he's gonna have to make more or better, equal or more than her, and take upon all her bills. Because women, the only way a woman gonna deal with the man in 2026 if he's paying all those bills, because women want a slave. They want somebody that's going to cater to them. Women aren't looking to cater to men. Period.
I agree. Sophisticated. Here's the thing. So the women who make these, the women you think that make good money, but don't want a man for his money, we know the average man is the majority compared to men who are high earning men. So why are those women who make good money, if they don't really care about the money, a man's money, why are they still single rather than picking from the average guy? That the math doesn't math. You feel me?
Because they're looking for the guy at the top, like them, which are very few, right?
Or maybe
there ain't that many of them.
Waiting.
Yes, for that guy, but they're friend zoning the average dude, right? Guy. Because once again, sometimes they want their coochie is right. They just want him. He might be a superstar in the bedroom, right? Yeah, he might do that, but they would never relationship this guy. They're single because they're waiting for the guy that's on their level. That's who they're waiting on. Now, they may settle. Yeah, right. They may settle when they pick something. Go ahead, Joe.
No, because there's two groups of women. So like I said, when you get the ones like, say they start hitting around like 100,000, they start feeling themselves. But what I'm talking about, the ones that's like above, like I'll say about 182, like cross it over 200,000. Majority of those ones is married. When I'm working with them and they invested with their man, they putting money away because they got a different mindset because they're financially literate. So when you start talking to the ones that's not financially literate, they're coming from a self-centered mindset. That's why they like, and they're not getting the guys that are above them, because the guys that are above them, like homegirl was kind of ghetto. You think a guy that's like polished, got his shit together, actually checking for her? Nah, he's around other professional women that are feminine and stuff. So that's why they are transactional minded. Because when they don't get what they want, man, they put up that defense like, oh, I want a guy to do A, B, C, D. They ain't gonna get that shit. So it's almost like a self-defense mechanism. The ruthless freeze.
Freeze. Am I moving?
Yeah, you're good now.
But I think the women you're talking about, they probably found those men before they made 180. I find it hard to believe that a woman who wasn't in a relationship with a man before she got the money is going to look for the man, for an average man. And I'm not saying anything's wrong with it. I mean, they're entitled to their standards, their preferences. But I'm just saying, if this woman is taking 3 trips a year, and then she gets an average man who takes 1 trip in 2 years, it's never going to work out. Because every time she wants to go with a man. Now, if she doesn't go with a man, the man is going to think, it's girls' trip. You know what happens in Jamaica with those, bumble-clad men. So the relationship is never going to work out.
Yeah, no, if they got like wild, I'll say habits like that. Yeah, most of the time they probably will stay single because the guy ain't going to be able to match up to that. But I think most people, man, they live reasonable within their means and they date proximity. So like I said, they're going to be in an area where like there's comparable guys that, work around the same industries and stuff like that, or corporations.
But you got to remember, women are hypergamous. So but they always got that eye looking to level up. Don't get it twisted. Now, you said one key thing. The man that they're dealing with, they're investing with. So he has money. She's not invested in him alone and say, here, you want to be a part of this. They both have enough money so that if she's getting 50,000, he's putting 50,000. A woman is not, listen, let me help you out, sophisticated. Women aren't driving around pulling niggas out the mud. I'm sorry. It's not happening.
Oh, no, I'm not saying that. But I'm just, for every one female that make money, there's 10 guys that make money. That's the stats. So the fact that they can't find a guy that makes money, that's why I'm saying it highlighting something with them. It's really not on the guys because the ratios to their benefit.
No, but what you got to understand is most men like women who don't have that much money, because with them getting women with a lot of money, for a lot of men come a lot of ego, a lot of competition, right? A lot of she comes with a lot of masculinity. So a guy who has a lot of money typically looks for a woman who kind of makes a little less than him, so he can have a little bit of femininity, right? But that's changing now. It doesn't matter now. But yeah, these women are. If you're rich and you make a lot of money, I'll say stay single.
Facts. I agree with you on that.
That's true.
I ain't fighting y'all on that one.
All right, I got another one from. I don't know if you guys watch whatever podcast I do. React to that shit because I try to be equal opportunity employer over here with my partners, because sometimes people like to think the mindset is just with Black women, but I think it's just with every woman these days. So watch this.
I want a guy to pay for the first date. So what does that entail? So let's say you're dating a guy who works construction and he makes $20 an hour, right? And let's say the total for the date is, for the both of you, is 100. I don't think that's unreasonable for a nice dinner with some drinks and a tip. It could even be more. I'm sure all of you have been on a first date where the guy paid more than $100. That's $50 for you, $50 for him. He works $20 an hour. That's 2.5 hours of work.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all women want a man to labor for 2.5 hours But if he asks you to do a bow that costs you 3 seconds and is effortless, literally effortless, it takes 3 seconds to do a bow, you won't do it. But you can demand a man to, using his resources, and let's say he works a construction job and he's getting $20 an hour, and he takes you out to $100 dinner. That's 5 hours of work. I mean, obviously he's paying for himself, but that's 5 hours of work. Y'all can't hit a bow?
I mean, majority of us said we would.
I'm not.
No.
I
said
said no, but I would pay for my own
It's on
dinner.
him.
I don't need anybody to pay for me.
That is on him.
Really?
I usually bring my own money. If I'm on a date and say the guy don't want to pay,
No. He wants to pay. But,
but that's
would
like
there
him
be a second
offering.
date if the guy didn't pay?
it doesn't matter. It just depends on the energy and the vibe. If the vibe wasn't good, there's no second date.
Let's say the vibe's good.
Okay.
The vibe's good, but he's like 2 checks. Is there no second date?
What a turn off. What a turn off for a guy
That's a
to
yes.
do that.
That's a yes.
No, that's crazy.
It depends on the communication.
What's a turn off?
That's a turn off for a
If the
guy
guy
to pay
says 2
$100 and expects anything from $100 for you to do back. That's a big turn off. 'Cause what about if I
I'm not
get a
talking
dinner?
about sex.
So the same
What?
way that you were, how you were
What?
saying for like 2 hours, right? It takes him 2 hours of work to give you dinner.
To afford it,
Yeah.
yeah.
Right. So with me, with my money, what is it for me then? The same thing,
What
no?
are you talking about?
That's why you should
I'm
have
flipping up the
communication.
scenario.
Her hours that she makes at her job is being spent on you because she's paying half as well.
Well, that's
The scenario presented was the guy's paying for the dinner.
And then expects me to bow. Because if I was paying for his
No.
dinner, I wouldn't expect him to bow. So who's more of a man?
No, you don't expect him to bow, but if you're going on a date with a fucking construction worker that gets paid $20 an hour, he's literally physically laboring so that he can, for hours, so that he can take you on said date.
Okay.
And y'all are not willing to literally.
No.
So as a nurse, I'm
Or
paying
did
his
you
first
did?
for his first
Did you
dinner.
did?
I'm doing the same thing. It's labor. It's the same body labor.
Do you pay for first dates?
Sometimes I have before,
I thought you said it was a turn off.
not mostly, but if I'm
Okay, so
if he's hot enough,
talking about,
If
bro?
he was a turn off, if he
You know how
expects something.
beautiful Brian's shawl is? It's a very beautiful shawl, Brian.
She said it's a turn off if he
Everything
expects
Everything I
something.
say goes back and forth. I don't know why it's not that simple.
Yo, Eugene, thank you for the gifted. Hold on. Boom. Eugene, thank you for the gifted 50 memberships. What?
She said it was a turn off if he expects something after paying for the date.
No, I'm not.
That's what she said.
I
was
paid
no
for your
expect-
dinner.
No,
Bow.
it's I'm trying to articulate a point. Women can have this expectation of men that the man should pay for the first date. Well, what does that actually entail?
Like, what are we offering?
No, that's not the point. Okay.
I got the point though.
If you expect a guy to pay for the first date, that's your expectation on him. What is required for him to take you to $100? The total for the date is $100. If he works $20, makes $20 an hour, he has to work 5 hours. If he's working a construction job, he's physically laboring so he can take you on a date for 5 hours. Well, even being charitable, if we cut in half, it's 2.5 hours of work for him, right? 2.5 hours of physical labor. That's your expectation for men to take you on a first date. But y'all are, I would not do a 3-second bow.
If that was his expectation,
Everybody's
Sure,
different.
why not?
I'm
As a joke.
No, it's not a transactional thing.
boy.
Like, I'm taking you on a date, so you have to bow. It's not that. It's just like you guys have this expectation on men that they should pay for first dates. But if a guy is like, I want you to be submissive, I want you to bow for me, you won't do it.
but that's expectation.
I'll take it even a step further. Y'all, I don't know what y'all's sexual history is. Probably some of you at this table have met a guy and within minutes, hours, have fucked him same night. You've sucked his dick, gave him the pussy. You'll less the D, but you won't hit a bow. You won't do a laundry.
Yesterday, I did a reaction to a woman who had a one-night stand with a man she met in 20 minutes. She met a man in 20 minutes and they're already getting it on. But I can guarantee you that woman in 5-10 years' time, she's going to be asking God to send her a good man who doesn't cheat, a good man who respects women, and a good man who's willing to wait until after marriage to have sex. But I think this is one of the reasons men are done paying for dates, because I think some men are doing the math and thinking, if I keep paying $100 a date and it never goes anywhere, if you do that 10 times with 10 women, that's $1,000. And then let's say you take at least one woman out 3 times, still no punani, she's making you wait. But then you at the back of your mind, you know there's a guy she gave it on the first night. So once men put 2 and 2 together, it's not worth the investment. I'm going to be honest. I'd rather you get that money and invest it in yourself. That's just me.
No, I'm with you. I'm cheap. So, but like what she was saying, if she would pay $100, like what would she get? Man, I'll put out. Just like you're gonna do if I pay $100. Like, yeah, I don't know what's up with people these days, man. Like, but that's why you should be having them conversations up front with them before. You got to get to know them before you just be throwing paper out there, man. I think that's where guys mess up, because there's nothing wrong to spend money once you know that person's really into you, but. Yeah, you do got to be kind of careful, man. You don't want to be like lunch in somebody's phone or steak, you know what I'm saying, where they labeling you as a foodie or something.
So you saying that women don't have long-term game to work you long-term?
No, that's a good point.
Are you saying that they don't?
No, I mean they got it for a guy that don't got no like boundaries and just allow anything to happen. Those are the guys that can get work.
Let me help you understand the question, right? Are you saying that women don't look for rich men or men that are well-to-do and know how to play the long game? You said, because you said the statement, oh, yeah, she looked for the guy that she can da-da-da-da-da. No. There are women out here who are very crafty and cunning, right? They know how to play the long game. So you would have to agree that even if you do meet a woman who makes you wait or doesn't go after your money right away, right? And she gives you this pretendship, you know what I'm saying, for let's say 3 months, right? But she's gonna Google you. She knows how much you make. She knows your position. She's like, okay, I'll see. And she read you. She see that you're a tight ass. So she's like, you know, I'm gonna take this the long way and get what I want. Are you saying women like this don't exist?
You gotta make her earn it.
Yeah,
make her earn it.
No, I think Ruthless is saying eventually, if she knows, and this is something I said recently. That's why I said like game doesn't work. And I know Sophisticated at some point you mentioned if you got game when we're talking about single events.
Game
I don't believe
works.
in game.
Game undefeated.
No, I don't believe in game. You know why? Because once a woman meets you, she's already 10 steps ahead of you. The only thing you can do is say some crazy shit, and she doesn't give you the punani. But once a woman meets you in 5 seconds, she has already made up her mind. Okay, Sophisticated jerk. Okay, I'm gonna fuck him. What else? Does he have money? Okay, he seems stable. Okay, am I gonna make him wait? Yes or no? She has already done this math. So the only thing you can do is maybe once you're talking, you may say some crazy shit like I killed somebody. But even sometimes the gangsters still get the sex. She can literally know he has like 5 bodies on him. He should be in jail, but she'll still put out for him. So I believe game doesn't work because the woman has already made that mind up. That's why even when she makes up mind that she wants to fuck you, but you don't want to fuck her, she's gonna make a move on you just to make sure she gets what she wants. So I don't believe in game, but I think what Ruthless was saying, these women have game too. In other words, women have better game than men, that they can pretend to be something for a long-term gain. She's gonna fake it until she gets whatever she wants from you.
See, that's where y'all go wrong. And that's game ain't about just picking up a girl, man. It's about you having awareness and understanding.
Okay.
So like you said, she might be 10 steps ahead. Yeah, that's the guys that coming in there at a deficit, infatuated with her. But it's just like already, if you are not coming in there like that, like Mont said, it's like, man, she's got to earn her position. So for me, personally, I don't mess with broke chicks because I already know like the mindset that comes with that. I mess with chicks, for real, that got some money and stuff because they coming from a different angle. So I'm never going to be in a position where it's really tied to finances because I make them invest.
So once again, are you saying that just because they got money, they're not gold diggers?
Nah, there could be some in that group, but it's just like you gotta figure out ways to divide the pack of women. So most guys don't never do that because they're infatuated. They're just like, oh, she's pretty, so I'm gonna try to like get her on my side. Where a guy that has awareness and understanding, he understands like, hey, I can ask some simple questions to already see what your mindset's at.
So first case, I'm a little interested. You got me curious.
So that's the game: is dividing the pack. They get the ones, get the leverage, like Mott said earlier. That's how you got to play the game.
But here's the question, right? Is any relationship or dealing with a woman a gamble?
Everything is
everything. There's nothing 100%, but you still got control of your wallet, right? You ain't got no control over your circumstances.
That's not what I'm saying. This is a question, right? What I'm saying, if you're saying, like you give it an absolute, well, you do this, awareness and all this, and I ask you a question, is when you're courting a woman or trying to get to know a woman, isn't it still a gamble? And then you just said yes. So therefore, I'm just saying that I'm just trying to bring it all together is, okay, let's say we just take game out of this. Let's say you're doing this, the basic fundamental, meet somebody in a place and you're getting to know them, right? You're still gambling because you don't know the intent behind them meeting you. You're trying to figure out, you want to get the heads up, but if she knows how to play the role perfectly, you can still fall for someone that eventually just wants you for what you got, right?
Yeah, but I think that's anything in life.
Oh, my bad. Go ahead, Boogie.
Yeah, I kind of agree with Sophisticated Ruthless. I think that's everything in life. Now, it just so happens that when you deal with women, that's one of the worst losses a man could take, if you are unlucky, because there are men who do everything right and still lose with women. It just just because remember, for a woman, it takes nothing to lose with a woman, just takes a false accusation. Remember Johnny Depp, his whole career was ruined, even if later they found out the woman was lying and she still has to pay him now. But so with a woman, you can lose. The only way not to lose with a woman, even then, is not to play the game. But if you're going to deal with women, there's a chance you may lose. There's a chance
So you agree with me then? So you agree with me then?
No, but I agree with Sophisticated Jerk is that just because you're going to lose doesn't mean you don't do your due diligence. You can still try to.
No, that's not what I'm saying. No, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I am saying. No, what I am saying is he's speaking in absolute. And I said there is no absolute.
He didn't.
He's speaking in absolute.
There's a risk.
So when you're saying, oh, well, you need to do this and you do this, like he said, I only mess with women with money. Okay? Just because a woman got money don't mean she's not a gold digger, right?
Yeah, but
don't mean she ain't after what you got.
Yeah, but he's saying compared to dealing with women without money, meaning they have nothing to lose, the risk lessens if you deal with a woman who has money. Let's say she's a corporate chick. She has a risk of losing her job. She has been working. You know how women are really tied to their careers. She's been in her career for a long time. She has something to lose. So she's not going to be willy-nilly like a hood chick smoking and doing drugs and shit like that. There's a risk for her to not.
But breaking it down, but Ruthless, this is the part where you didn't hear where I was like, you got to get her to invest in you. So it's just like I get what you're saying. Like if I got a chick and she just had money, but I'm still like doing the same thing every other guy does, where it's like, well, I'm gonna pay for this. Yeah, then I'm gonna get got, but I got control of my wallet, man. I'm not coming in there infatuated. You got to invest. I'm not doing that. I got control over the places we go, so I'm not going on no $100 plate and stuff until we build up to that point.
Yeah, and we know if you get divorced today, you would die alone. I'm not dispute that, but with Boogie, right? It is a number that even if they're educated, they divorce at 80-90% chance if they're educated. So therefore, you saying that it's less of a chance. No, it's more of a chance because why? She sees you more expendable. Even if she has women, when they get more money, they lose value.
Ruthless.
That's the thing men don't understand. They don't gain value. Women make a lot of money. A lot of money ain't valuable to men. He's not getting no value for it because most women ain't going to share their money. That's number one, right? Two,
yeah, but he's saying he looks out for women who are willing to invest. That's all he's saying.
Yeah, you get the one that share. That's what I'm telling you. I'm not telling you to get the one that don't. That's done.
And that's why I told him he gonna die alone, right? Because women on a large scale are not investing in men. Period.
That's true.
Period.
But not, but so if there's women that operate like that, it might be a small percentage. See, what I do differently from most guys is I target that percentage of women. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I end up in better circumstances, because I don't go chase everybody and try to put them in that small percentage. I chase that small percentage, and I deal with the women that like have that mindset. See, guys want all these women and they want to try to like conform them to be who they want, where I don't do that.
So forget it. How would you know you've been married for 20 years? How would you? When have you did a social experiment?
I did the same thing, because you know what? I looked at a guy that had the same mindset, that had great results, and I observed that and I applied that to my life. That's how simple it is, man. Y'all just be hard-headed. So like if I came to Mont has good results, I'm gonna be like, Mont, man, how you get this down? Mont's gonna be like, man, I did this. This is why I do it. Because I'm gonna ask them questions. I'm gonna be like, why? Because I got that need for curiosity. So instead of challenging him, I'm gonna be like, okay, damn, I see you got the results. I'm gonna apply that to my life, and I'm gonna be shooting jumpers like Curry. You know what I'm saying?
That's fine. But you're not gonna sit here and tell me that Tom Brady and many other men who getting their wife just left them on some BS. You can't see me tell me they didn't do the work.
Ruthless. This is the problem. Y'all looking at Tom Brady like a victim, right? Y'all think,
a victim.
He's a victim.
Oh, he's tall.
He is a victim.
He's tall. He's handsome. He has money. How could you lose your woman?
I ain't said that.
The nigga was playing football.
No,
the
that's
whole
what I'm
time,
saying.
right?
Paul.
The man was playing football the entire fucking time, and his number one goal, his number one love in life was football.
Yeah, but the woman
Nobody
knew that.
thought about football more than Tom Brady.
What's your point, Monty? You say he should acquiesce to his wife?
I'm saying that what I'm saying is that there are other reasons. Like, for example, if we saw a man who wasn't we saw a woman who wasn't fucking her husband, and then her husband cheated, we'd be like, see, look, she did something to cause him to cheat. You should have been fucking your man, right? Okay. And then we see a man who's like not putting his woman first and is like worried about football 24/7. Because you gotta think, if somebody's paying you that much money, they get to control certain parts of your life. Like they get to be like, yo, we want you to be all about football. Like, when he was talking to Kyler Murray, they was like, yo, you gotta study this whole play video with us.
No,
right? Money. Here's a question. I have a question for you, Money.
Ruthless, hold on. That's about comparison. You know why? It would have been best if you said, if a man gets into a relationship where he knew ahead of time that the woman was going to withhold sex. Tom Brady's wife knew football was everything before she even met him. She knew he was a football player before she met him. So she knew ahead of time. A man who leaves a woman because of a sexless relationship is different, because usually after marriage, that's when women switch off the sex. Yeah, it happens after. So no man is getting married to a woman if she told him, hey, listen, after you marry me and after a couple kids, sex will be once in 3 months. No man is gonna be like, oh yeah, let's get married today.
Let me ask you this, right? Let's say a man gets into a relationship with a woman who says, hey, I'm not really a huge fan of sex. I'll have sex with you occasionally, but I don't like that. And he says, okay, cool, that's fine. I can handle that, right? They get into a marriage. It's 10 years later. He realizes like, yo, I can't handle that. And he steps out and cheats. Do you blame him?
Yes.
I mean, you can blame him, but do you understand why he did what he did?
Yes.
I don't understand
why he did what he did.
No, hold on.
He thought he could handle it.
I may understand it, but doesn't mean he's a victim. He's still wrong.
You know, he's
because he knew the terms before they got married.
Yeah.
He accepted those terms.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So I may understand. Okay, you needed more sex, then you should have left the marriage, and then you go where there's enough sex for you.
But
my point is, Tom Brady is the victim in this case. She knew football was his first love before she met him. Matter of fact, I believe the reason she was attracted to him because he's a 6'5" or 6'4" football player. Mm-hmm. That's one of the reasons she was attracted to him. Because if Tom Brady was working at Walmart, Giselle wouldn't give a fuck.
Boogie, this is the question: did she know that he would be the one NFL player that chooses to play 25 fucking years?
She doesn't have to know that
specific thing. She sign up for that?
Hold on. She didn't have to know that specific thing, but she knew that was his life. That's all he knew.
And she knew that the risk
how long it was going to be for, we don't know. That's his career.
How long does the average NFL player play?
Well, he's a
I
god
think
for a
like
reason.
3 years or
Maybe
something like that,
13 years,
right?
if
3 to
that.
5.
But let's go out of the average. If you have a long career in the NFL, a decent long career, how long do they play, Jerk? What would you consider a decent long career?
I would say, like, man, if they get like 5 to 7 years, yeah, that's a decent long career.
If somebody was in the NFL for 10 years, you'd be like, wow, you did it.
Yeah, facts.
Okay, so
this man was in the NFL for over 20 years.
Okay, so she
That
knew
is
that.
what I'm saying is just if we can be reasonable, right? Is it reasonable to think that, you know what, you played NFL twice as long as a long career? Maybe your woman got a little bit tired of that, and she didn't necessarily sign up for that.
Man,
okay,
we
wrong.
would
No, she's
understand
wrong.
Giselle.
She's wrong.
Hold on. We would have understood where Giselle is coming from if she wasn't fucking the trainer.
Did she cheat? She cheated.
With that, she's married to the trainer.
Did she have? Is it confirmed that she had sex during the marriage?
The fact that she married him after they broke up, after the divorce, and she had a baby with a trainer, we don't need to know exactly when they started fucking. That's enough.
Okay, but
My point is, she messed up the moment she confirmed she was fucking the trainer, had a baby with him, and got married to him. If she was still single, we would be like, okay, you know what? She was just tired of being alone. She was lonely, but she was fucking the trainer. So which lets us know. I mean, you don't need rocket science to know she was fucking this guy as Tom Brady was on
if
the
your
on the
woman
field.
leaves you, I'm gonna tell you right now, right? I'm gonna tell you because this is just common knowledge. If your woman leaves you, most likely the next man that she's going to be with
was already
is the
around.
man that she's spending the most time with.
I agree, but that's my point. So it wasn't about the football.
But this is the thing. Even if she's been working with a man who she's never touched, right? She never touched him. She never cheated on you, right? It's very possible that once you are divorced, her spending that time with that man, then maybe he becomes the all right. Well, yeah, let's go out. I'll accept your offer to go out on a date. I'm
Are
single
you
now.
justifying what you did, money?
He's trying to.
Hold on. What would I be justifying?
You be
What
just
you're saying is
I want to
you're
make
kinda
sure that
giving
you're
her-
not, I want to make sure that you're not saying that I'm justifying cheating because we haven't confirmed that yet, right?
No, you're justifying men to accept sexless
So
relations.
let me say this. So let me say this, right?
No, I think he's just trying to give y'all a different angle to look at
Let me-
from the Tom
It's a
Brady
bad
and
angle.
Giselle situation.
Let me help you out, right? If you're in a marriage, right, you have 3 kids, right? To Boogie's point, you knew what you was getting yourself into, and he's your leader because you stopped working and he secured your lifestyle so that you didn't have to worry about anything, money and none of that. And you was his big supposed to be, you signed up to be his supporter of his career. And as the leader, if he wants to play till he's 100 years old, because he's the leader of your house, you're supposed to say, okay, let my leader, because you picked him as your leader. You picked him. You went out and sought him out. And then you submitted. So now you want to unsubmit because you were emotionally cheating with your trainer. See, the Boogie's point. So she was emotionally cheating because women, once this goes back to my point, women are enslaved to the way they feel in their emotions.
But
Therefore, when Tom Brady was going to play football, right? And you only play football, what?
Point of information.
3 months.
Point of information. I don't want us to throw things in there as if it's a fact. And I just want us to highlight that these are things that we are suspecting. We suspect that she was emotionally cheating. Right?
Yeah, she's emotionally cheating, obviously, right? Because she
was emotionally cheating.
Yeah, so, but we can't say this, though. Let's take that out of there. You destroyed your family for what? Right? Was that enough? Was that enough? Because he wanted to pay 2 more years and you disagreed with his decision as a leader of the house? So you, as a follower,
Ruthless, real quick. I don't think she should have broke up the family, but going on Mont's point, just say, like, we know how people abuse their body in football, especially for that many years, like Mont pointed out. Say she had to sit there and watch him, like, get limping around, and she's like, hey, man, come on, you already got 7 championships. I got $300 million. You got $250 million. Like, you don't need to go through this abuse. I want to keep going. And you know how they start developing the CTE? What happened if she had to witness that and she came to him like trying to talk him out that edge and then she just emotionally detached? Is that a little different at that point?
No,
Yeah,
no,
but
because
the thing is,
if she comes, if she comes in there under his leadership, he's a leader, and she has to air out her grievances to the leader. It's his call. But if she come in there with an underlining ultimatum, then she's she's committing insubordination.
This is another place where y'all not being fair, right?
Yeah.
So I remember watching this whole thing play out, right? Where Tom Brady retired, and all of us was like, "Damn, we don't want him to retire, right?"
Okay.
And I heard Skip Bayless on the radio, like, "Yeah, Tom Brady's retired. He finally gets Giselle wants him home. So, he's finally home, and they can do their family thing, right?" And then it comes out that he is not retiring. He rescinded, like he took it back. He gonna come back for another year. And Skip Bayless said, "This is going to cause trouble in paradise." He finally said that he was going to stop playing football with Giselle, and now he's coming back to the NFL. Like, just go back home and be with your family, right? And people saw that. They foresaw it coming. You said that you was going to go home and be with your wife, which you were not divorced. There was no divorce, separation, none of that. And then you play another year of football and you divorced. You went back on your word.
No, I think in my opinion, just from the outside looking in, I think she had already given him the ultimatum. So once I don't know for sure, obviously, nobody said this, but I think once he said he retired the first time, went home, realized she was fucking the trainer already, or along the retirement. No, seriously, along the retirement, something must have happened between them two where he said, you know what, it's already gone. Because remember, a divorce or a break in a relationship doesn't just, people don't wake up one morning and then it happens. It happens over time. It starts to build up. So in my opinion, I think when he said, I'm retiring, when he got home and things went bad, and we know, and it's not even just Tom Brady. Athletes, every time they retire, usually it's what? About what?
Yes.
They get divorced within 5 years?
90%.
Like that?
90% divorce rate.
Yeah. So even watch out for LeBron as well. Watch out for Steph Curry, especially because the wife has already shown us signs of what she's trying to do. All right. So I think something happened. That's when he decided that, you know what, let me go back to my true love, which is football. I left before I wanted to leave. Let me go back. And I think that's why he decided to come back, in my opinion.
I agree with that. I agree. I think he already saw the writing on the wall.
But
this is my point, right? This is my point to Monty, right? And Sophisticated Jerk. And this is why us men are losing this in a very, I would say, we're losing this gender thing in stylish fashion because we're giving women's way out. We will make a way out even when their way is wrong.
Facts.
And I understand she might not agree. Maybe she got a little bit frustrated with him playing as much football, but to destroy the family, did she think of the kids? Did she think of?
He did it.
You know what? You know what I mean? Yeah. Right.
Let's switch the roles. Tom Brady would have been canceled. He would have lost brand deals. Remember what happened to Tiger Woods when he got caught cheating? He lost brand deals. Now switch it to Tom Brady. Imagine he left Giselle and they caught him fucking his trainer or his chef at work at home. He would have lost brand deals.
You know how crazy you know how crazy we look right now? Like,
no, you look crazy. I don't.
Look, check it out, right? We can say like, yo, we don't always find a way to like bail out a man and put it back on a woman. But like, even when you went into your little speech recently, you said, well, this is what I think. I think he caught that bitch cheating. It's like, God dang. Like, can we just go off the information we got and was it reasonable? Like, Jesus.
But one thing we know, she's married to the trainer with a baby right now.
No, she that was a bad look when she jumped off. But
yeah,
I like what Mont put. I like what Mont put it. Man, think about 25 years. Man, people they retire from the military in 20. So it's like, man, she rolled with him enough years where she did show a level of like being supportive, man, where like majority of NFL careers don't last long. So, and they said he's like sick with it. He's like reading the playbooks 24/7. He's looking at tape. So she was probably like, man, this dude ain't never gonna leave. You know what I'm saying? So that could have happened. I get what you guys are saying, but what Mont's introducing is just another like angle to look at. So 25 years, that's a long time, man, where I gotta look at that. I gotta take that under consideration.
And I
No, for me,
understand that a lot of women are unreasonable and they make unreasonable decisions. But what I'm seeing with her is like, yo, can we just see how like this is just a reasonable human disposition to my man has been doing this for so long and I held him down for so long.
so let me fuck
And
the
he was
trainer.
supposed to retire. And then it's like, it's very possible that she was lonely. Like I was trying to paint the picture
So
of
let me fuck the trainer because I'm lonely. No, seriously, man, you're gonna say that? 'Cause that's how it ends.
Yeah,
You're gonna
Mott, you're
say
going a
this
little
and
too far. You're hurting our argument, Mott.
I'm not saying it's okay to fuck the trainer.
Well, that's what happened. You have to add that part. So if you're gonna say, "Oh, I'm lonely," say the whole thing, how it started and how it ended. So go
Yeah.
ahead.
So
You
you
have
so
the
you're
floor.
saying that it's
No,
unreasonable for her to
Continue
fuck-
with the statement, but say the
Huh?
whole thing how it ended, how she was lonely,
Yeah.
25 years, and
She
how
was
it
lonely.
ended.
25
Don't say it,
It's
Mott.
the end.
25
The end
years.
justifies the means. So go ahead.
They got a divorce, and then she ended up fucking the trainer and marrying the trainer.
Do you hear how
What
that
else
sounds?
happened? Tell me, like what? Like I don't want to put it out there like, oh, she cheated on, like, because we didn't hear that. That's not. That's not fact.
We have evidence.
So
We do?
Monty, but one can infer that it's quite the coincidence that there was something that she found that she thought was better. Because women typically don't leave unless they found something better, especially a man
Or
of that stature.
think they found something
Yeah,
better.
they think it's better. So obviously she was training her, and within this trainer, there came some sort of attachment, right? They were having intimate conversations, and he got into her little head, and her emotions got attached to that. So therefore, we can because she was training with him before they divorced for years.
Fact.
So we can infer because she married him, had a kid, that she was invested in this guy. Yes.
Yeah.
Now, what she did do is I think she approached Tom Brady when he got home, and he went to she gave him an ultimatum, said, "Look, I don't need you to play no more football. I need you to bow to me and do what and listen to me this time." And Tom was like, "No, I'm the leader. I'm going to play more." And then she leveraged.
She used
leveraged
football as an excuse
Yes.
for her to leave the marriage in order to keep fucking the trainer. Because
Yes.
if Mike would have told me she started
Yeah.
fucking the trainer after the divorce, you a goddamn
Yeah.
lie.
Listen.
If you're gonna tell me, sit here and tell me she started fucking the trainer
Because
after the
if she would have left
Yeah.
him after the first kid, Monty, I would lend to your argument.
Yeah.
But
How-
3
how-
kids,
how-
come on.
How about this, right? And let me know if you can see this perspective. If you are a man and your woman is working a job where she's away from you for more than half the year, right? She's away from you. Now, after a certain
she
period
paying
of
the
time,
bills?
huh?
Is she the leader? Is she paying the bills?
All the bills are paid regardless. Let's see all the bills. Let's say she.
Is
I
she
don't
paying the
know.
bills?
I don't.
All right, did I find her doing this
How
job?
much money she has?
Okay,
The-
she
the bills
makes more
is
than
not a
Tom
problem
Brady.
in
But
the house.
in your scenario, did I find this woman doing that job, like moving wherever she's always traveling? In the exact
Let's say she had a job too, but she's retired. Like, right, Giselle's old. She's retired from modeling. So let's say that she's retired, right? No. In this scenario, let's say she's working and you're retired, right? And you doing everything you got to do with the kids and all that type of stuff, right?
Mhm.
And eventually, you have a trainer, right? You have a trainer, and she's a woman. And over time, inside of your head, you start to notice, like, I do miss having my woman around.
Okay.
Because I do get, I feel nice being around a woman, and I miss having my woman around. And you eventually communicate like, how I want you around more, because as a human, you're going to start when you're around that woman in close proximity training, you're like, it's hard to not develop a connection.
That's
and maybe
true.
like at that point, you're like, yo, I'm developing a connection. Let me get my woman around more because I don't even want to go down that route, right? And then your woman who has the opportunity, y'all got enough money. You're like, yo, come on, let's just I want my woman back in my house. And she says, yeah. And she ends up not being back in your house, right? Do you think that it's reasonable for you to be like, you know what? I can't, this is not the life that I want to live moving forward. I don't want to be without a woman. I want to be around that energy of a woman. Like, I want a woman in my house. I want to be fucking and all that type of shit, right? And you say, all right, I want a divorce. And then
that that relationship that you, let's say you respected your relationship and you didn't step out, you didn't cross no lines with that trainer that you was training with, right? But eventually you like, you know what? Now that I'm single, we can explore this, right? Is that okay? And is that reasonable for you as a human to develop some sort of connection with somebody you're working in with close proximity over a period of time?
It's not okay because that means I was attracted to the trainer before, and probably I was.
That you can't help that, right? So you can't be mad at your woman for being attracted to a trainer you let her have. I wouldn't let my woman have a fucking trainer, right?
Facts. Okay.
I wouldn't let her have it, right?
So
but
no.
I know that this man is obviously going to be in shape, and you're obviously going to be in proximity. This nigga going to be helping you lift like all this type of shit.
But man, I gotta give you a little pushback. Don't you think like a woman should have dropped not got that trainer in the first place?
Wasn't he like a family trainer? Don't he like train?
Yeah, I think. Okay, yeah.
He's a what?
He's like he trains all of them.
Yeah, judo and stuff. Okay, yeah. I think he was training the kids. I'm thinking personal trainer, but
yeah, he was kind of like a personal trainer for Brazilian.
So Money, I think you're a little delusional again when you talk about what you're gonna make your woman not do in 2026. But you got all these rights and feminism. You gotta remember, feminism still exists, and you're gonna tell a woman with her full autonomy, and she feels I need a trainer because I want my body in shape. Because I got and he gonna help me, and you're gonna go and make an order, and you bark an order like that, Money. She's leaving you too.
Ruthless. You realize I got a woman, right?
Yeah,
I'm talking about a woman
more money than you.
I'm talking about a woman worth 300 million.
Exactly.
You're not gonna tell her nothing. Come on, man.
Ruthless.
Gonna do shit.
I'd rather be single before I can't tell a woman she can't have a trainer. So that we'd have been divorced. If you think because you got some money you ain't gonna listen to me, we'd have been divorced.
See, I like Mont, man. Just put that game, Mont.
Yeah, Mont.
Okay,
yeah,
but
Mont, sorry, bro. Don't get married, Mont. You will lose.
That's why maybe Giselle ended up the way she ended up because she was already making money anyway. So she's like, I don't care. I'm just gonna fuck whichever I want. Matter of fact, I was trying to learn Brazilian jiu-jitsu so I can go train her as well. I mean,
Boogie, come on, Boogie. We've been too nice to Mont. Do you know these women out here pushing freedom for all women to live in their truth, right? To get their equality. And Mont talking about he gonna go tell a woman with all this feminism in her mind how she is her own thing, and he goes up to her, baby, you not get no trainer because I'm not saying you get a trainer. So he might as well divorce. Don't even marry her because she's divorcing 100%. They're done. She's going against that because she feels she has free autonomy. Come on, man. Stop, man.
Yeah,
these women ain't bowing to men at all.
In 2026, the best thing a man can do is really walk away. You can't control a woman. You can't really pretty much tell her what to do. You can give her your boundaries and then she can do it or not. And then if she doesn't do it, you gotta leave. But other than that, you can't like control a woman. In my opinion, I think you can't do it.
Yeah, look, because she got 911 that's going to pull up if you try to get Jeezy. Right?
There you go.
So she understands this. She's exercising that right. If you get out of line and try to threaten her, so Monty said he's gonna divorce her. So what's the point of getting married?
He said if it got to that level, but I don't even think Mont would go after a female that even had that mindset. Just hearing him talk, he's gonna get somebody that would already know, like
he ain't got no choice.
that male personal trainer's a no-go.
No. Okay, so let's play a scenario where his woman hits a lottery tomorrow morning for $300 million. Let's see how that works out after from you know.
So sophisticated jerk. Are you telling me right now you've been married for a while, right?
Yeah, for a minute.
That you haven't had.
You're breaking up a little bit, Ruth.
That you have.
Yeah. Your internet is being messed up by Giselle's trainer, man.
Come back so I can give you that work, Ruthless.
Anyway, guys, man, I gotta go get a bite. So, oh my god, I can't even talk anymore. I appreciate you guys for pulling up, man.
Oh, no doubt, man.
When do you go live, by the way?
Sunday 8:30 and stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna
Just-
start trying to pull up on you more often, man. I like your shows, man. I like the quality you be putting behind them. So yeah, we're gonna start pulling up.
Man, I'm trying, man. I'm doing my best. But in 3 months' time, I'm planning to take it up a little bit, get the like your background and shit like that. I'm just not very technical in terms of
We're gonna get you right, man. Just I'll holler at you. But all right, man, I'm gonna drop out, man. Thanks again for having me up here.
I appreciate you, man. I
All right,
appreciate
man.
everybody who joined the stream. I'll be back tomorrow shortly. So, and guys, anytime you guys want to pull up, I'll be available. Right. So, till next time, man. Salute.